Or for computer guys.
Yeah, from the beginning.
This is for computer.
For computer by computer.
Yeah.
Fuck real life.
This is for what I call my domain.
Yeah.
What I call the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah.
Computer.
Because you got to stay true to yourself. And I'm not a guy who goes out and does things and talks to people.
No, I am, and I want to kill everyone I meet. I want to shoot them with a gun.
I'm a guy who sits on computer.
Actually, I didn't say that in the first 10 minutes. I don't want to do anything to people I meet in real life.
You have no power over us. We will say whatever the hell we want in the first 3 minutes.
I want to hug and kiss every person I meet in public. When I'm at the mall, I go, boy, I want to hug and kiss all these people.
Yeah.
I want to embrace them and show them God's love and kiss them. These people don't deserve to be executed Anton Chigurh style with a bovine brain destroyer.
People are shockingly bovine.
Yeah, dude. I was just telling you, after the Oilers got their boy pussies turned out in the Stanley Cup final.
Humiliating.
Disgusting. The Oilers looked absolutely foul in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
That's why I have never been an Oilers fan.
Not once have you ever endorsed the Edmonton Oilers.
Never once. I hate them.
Maybe
They're
on
bums,
behalf of
they're
Israel.
Losers.
We've endorsed them on behalf of Israel, sure.
I mean, they are, to be fair, they are the most pro-Israeli professional sports team.
Yeah.
They have one Jewish guy. What other sports team can say that?
Name a sport that has that.
Yeah.
But
They've got the only guy.
I drove through downtown.
Who sucks. He stinks.
Yeah, and it's his fault, actually. And you should send him anti-Semitic messages.
Yeah.
But I drove through downtown for zoological reasons after the game to see.
Yeah.
And it was just mostly bovine. It's like sad bovine-style people, like schlubbily walking to bus stops.
I think it is kind of sad, because for our listeners who don't know, in 2006, the Oilers also went to the finals and lost in Game 7.
Yeah.
But there, we kind of rioted.
Did you?
There were people like smashing windows,
oh, yeah?
and there was still some
young.
like fire
Still some
in our
power.
collective belly at that point.
Yeah.
But now it's so over.
It was just fat people shuffling.
Yeah.
To train stations and bus stops, and like occasional like big retarded guys doing like truck burnouts in anger. Seething.
At least that's something.
Seething truck burnouts.
Just but at least that is like a sign of life.
Seethingly rolling coal, if you will.
Like here in Canada, we literally can't even get rustled up to riot over hockey anymore.
We just don't give a shit.
Yeah.
We just take it.
Like in Europe, do they still riot over soccer games?
I think in the Middle East they still kill referees and stuff, yeah. Yeah. I see videos of people like letting like fireworks off at soccer games all the time, and like they like throw flares on the field and
getting
shit.
in brawls.
Yeah.
Because we just don't even have it in us anymore.
We're so...
we're walking around, but guess what? We're already dead.
Don't cry for us. We're already dead.
Yeah. Basically.
It's all... Yeah, everyone just was... It was just sad.
That was supposed to be the best night of my life.
That's when I was going to finally kiss a girl.
I assume.
I assumed at the sports bar.
I didn't have one planned out, but I figured just the pheromones would be circulating.
I thought it was like New Year's.
Yeah, that's just
when the clock strikes end of the third period, someone's going to come and kiss me.
But now we'll never know.
Now I look like the fucking
idiot.
fat groiper at the bar. I look like a fucking groiper at the bar.
Yeah, there in my finest racist Wojak shirt.
Seething. Breaking glasses on the floor in anger.
Yeah.
I had ketchup all over my fucking shirt, too. That didn't help.
Yeah, getting kicked out of the sports bar.
Because the woman wouldn't kiss me. Yeah, no one got kissed.
I asked the waitress at the end, like, can I still have my kiss, please?
She said you never could have a kiss.
But what if the Oilers had won? Then maybe? Next year, maybe?
And then I got on my my special needs bus and I went back to the care facility. And then they forced me to go back to the care facility.
Yeah.
Those faggots. I want to hug and kiss all of them.
It's so over.
For Canada?
Just for everything.
This is a black pill episode.
It would be tough right now to be a democracy respecter. Did you watch the debate yesterday?
Not really.
The guys are here for cutting edge political news.
I saw clips.
I mean, everybody knows me. I'm a hardcore Bidenite.
You are
always
ride or die Dem.
Yeah, I mean, people in this space, they know I'm always talking about how, yeah, Biden looks kind of old and retarded, but
and he
actually
sounds
there's
kind of old and retarded.
A lot going on back there.
As far as faculties go, call him a university because he's got all of them.
But even for a guy like me, last night was shocking.
It was bad.
How bad it was. Because, literally, a week ago, they were trying to say that far-right extremists were using cheap fakes to make Biden look old and retarded.
Yeah. I saw a great clip of Trump answering something that Biden said, and Trump was like, well, the first part of what he said is not true, and I don't think he even knows what he said at the end of that sentence.
Yeah, I watched, most of it.
That is so funny.
I work on my phone. And it was really stunning how bad it was. Because usually I feel like when he's got a big thing to do, they chock him full of adrenochrome.
He's
or
geeked, yeah.
They're shooting Adderall, directly into his brain or something.
Yeah.
But they fucked up the dosage last night.
I just don't think he's capable, because it was, 90 minutes?
Yeah. But he's had, his, speeches and stuff where he hasn't seemed that fucked up before.
But how long is he doing at those speeches?
Well, I don't know.
10?
Yeah, they're probably shorter than that, but this one he was fucked up. Right off the bat, he had a 15-second pause where he looked like he was, seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. And every time, Trump was talking, he had this face. He looked like he was about to die.
I did see that.
His mouth's kind of open, and he's not blinking at all.
He looked really fucked up.
Yeah, even
Trump was mewing the whole time.
He was.
He was sitting there he was mogging.
I like how the biggest reaction was when Biden was talking about how he's good at golfing. And that's when he's like, no. That's not true. I've seen your swing. But it was here. I liked a bunch of the clips. Because I assume none of our guys even know who either of these guys are.
This is what we call parapolitics.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that Trump is mewing.
Terrible thing, what you've done. The fact is that the vast majority of constitutional scholars supported Roe when it was decided. Supported Roe. And that's this idea that they're all against it is just ridiculous. And this is the guy who says the state should be able to have it. We're in a state where in 6 weeks you don't even know whether you're pregnant or not, but you cannot see a doctor and have him decide on what your circumstances are, whether you need help. The idea that states are able to do this is a little like saying we're going to turn civil rights back to the states. Let each state have a different rule. Look, there's so many young women who have been, including a young woman who just was murdered, and he went to the funeral. The idea that she was murdered by an immigrant coming in to talk about that. But here's the deal: there's a lot of young women who are being raped by their in-laws, by their spouses, brothers and sisters, it's just ridiculous, and they can do nothing about it. And they try to arrest them when they cross state lines.
Thank you.
Because he's going on abortion, which is one of his stronger issues.
Yeah.
And for some reason, he pivots to the illegal immigrants who raped and murdered that girl recently.
And that's a whole other thing.
Which is not his strong thing. But
no.
He pivots to that and then goes into how women are being raped by their brothers and sisters.
Yeah. Whoa. And the whole time, Trump is mewing and just mogging.
And he had
Trump is
worse,
face maxing.
Speech fumbles than that. But that one, unprompted, going from your strong issue to your weak issue, and totally fucking it up. While you do.
Well, I feel like his. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he's just face max. He's looks maxing, dude.
Unedited.
Raw footage.
That's exactly what he looked like on there.
But I feel like his handlers were watching that. Remember in when the Oilers won Game 4 and it cut to the Panthers GM who was throwing the glass, just
yeah.
His whole team must have just been like fucking red alert fire.
Yeah, I mean, I had to drop in and do an emergency listen to Pod Save America today.
Whoa! Holy shit! Are you okay?
Just to see what the
How the Dems
the podcast Johns are.
Yeah, what the
doing.
badass Dems are doing with this.
But even them, they're like, oh shit.
Holy fuck!
Oh,
that's why the whole country's felt like the brake lines are cut these last 4 years.
yeah.
Jesus.
And it's just like they've spent 4 years pretending that he's not going senile.
And now it's like totally undeniable.
Yeah.
That, you know, it's like, when is enough?
Yeah.
Where we've
but
got
you know, the crazy thing though, I've seen a bunch of like Canadians on X.com doing, you know, like, oh, we're living above a meth house thing.
Yeah.
Either one of them would be better than our current government.
Yeah. Yeah. Like Canada has a similar. We have like a similar immigration problem similar to the one the U.S. is dealing with right now.
We have like a kind of non-functioning system in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Like there's this group called Blacklock's Reporter, which like it's like a reporter-run newsroom kind of thing.
Okay.
And they're pretty heavily paywalled. It's like $300 a year.
Oh wow!
But you can like look on their Twitter feed.
Yeah.
And it's basically like every day, cause like basically they do all like real reporting stuff.
Yeah.
So they're doing like freedom of information requests and
Yeah.
listening to like committees and shit.
Yeah.
And it's just like every day, it's like, oh, $200 million went to this minister's like friend in a no bid contract.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they were one of the only news groups to like turn down the government subsidy. Because they thought it would be like a conflict of interest.
Good.
But if you scroll their feed, it's literally daily. It's just like hundreds of millions of dollars are just like disappearing.
Cool.
In like essentially legalized corruption.
Yeah.
And incompetence and like fake programs and stuff.
Yeah.
But you go onto like any of our other media sites and it just like doesn't show up.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. It's like
I would take vegetable Biden.
I would take a corpse
current
over like
crop.
an active like thief.
Yeah.
Who's like just has like seemingly nobody's interest in mind.
Yeah.
Like at least with like either like the people controlling either candidate in the United States, they have somebody's interest in mind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But then they're coming across the border.
And there was that girl who was raped and killed, and that's a whole other thing. Dude.
Yeah.
Dude, drop it.
And then
but
he had
like
his wild one with his wife.
I often think back though to the
Joe, you did such a great job. You answered every question. You knew all the facts.
He looks like
And
a
let me
3-year-old
ask
on
the
his
crowd,
birthday.
what did
child.
Trump do?
oh my god.
That's Dr. Jill congratulating him for doing such a good job.
I'm Joe Biden. I'm Joe Biden's husband, Joe. I think about that daily. Hey, I'm Joe Biden's husband, Joe.
I don't even remember that one.
That was a little fumble when he was trying to introduce Jill Biden. Hey, this is my husband, Joe Biden. That one's really good.
Yeah. And like Real Raw News was on the case.
Oh,
He
boy.
said what happened.
Yeah.
And I'm breaking this here.
Yeah.
They meant to send a clone, but
Right.
they accidentally sent
The real
the
one.
real guy.
Oh.
That's the story beneath the story.
I often think back to what you said a couple weeks ago, where you said a key part of the Canadian identity is completely unwarranted smugness over not being American.
Yeah.
And it's really shining today. Like all these like Canadian people being like, "Oh wow, what a joke! Oh, I'm
Yeah.
glad I live up here." And it's like you.
I would vote for Prison Trump or Vegetable Joe.
You posted 2 days ago that you're considering maids because you can't pay your bills.
Yeah.
You're considering having the state put you down.
Yeah.
You posted that 2 days ago, but you're so fucking grateful you're not an American.
Not an American.
At least in Canada, you can still vote and have an impact.
Yeah.
At least in Canada, your vote still matters.
Yeah.
It's such an insane system.
Because they really are. They're like America's doing a lot better than we are right now.
Yeah.
All our graphs are terrible.
Our graphs
We've
are
got the
horrible.
worst graphs you've ever seen.
I saw the charts. They're the worst charts I've ever looked at. All of them, they look like an upside down. They look like a sad Chinese man sagging down, looking
There's
horrible.
Canada. on the wrong side of the graph. That's the bad side.
He's looking at one of those political compass memes. Oh, Canada on the wrong side of the little chart.
Yeah.
But like the question period. I think we've talked about it before.
Mm-hmm.
How fucking gay question period is.
It's stunning.
It's alarming. If you're an American and listening to the show,
Yeah.
look
There's
up
a thing called CPAC.
Go look up CPAC.
Yeah.
Watch any footage from question period.
Yeah.
It is shockingly gay.
Yeah, like nobody answers questions.
It's just like
It's
a
like-
white guy only roast battle.
Right. Yeah, it's like a really, really bad roast battle
Yeah.
where, and at least because it's just been the liberals for a while. Like
Yeah.
it was, who. It was kind of similar in the Harper
Oh,
years.
sure,
There's
yeah.
some- but like the people from the government, it's like they have a rule. They're not allowed to answer a question.
They're not allowed to do with
So you just get this like a lame own attempt.
But speaker, my opponent here wouldn't know anything about that, would he?
But then
It's
they
like,
do
oh
that,
my
and
God.
then like behind the scenes, it's like, oh, and we're gonna give $200 million to McKinsey, who's
Yeah.
like Canadian head is my friend,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be for nothing,
Yeah.
and no one else will get to bid on it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so fucking gay. And I think we should start hugging and kissing these people. We should start finding out, their home addresses, which I believe are public, and hugging and kissing them.
Yeah,
We should.
I would for our Canadian listeners recommend checking out Blacklock's Reporter
Mm-hmm.
because it's extremely dispiriting.
Yeah.
You see like any real because like the government covers like about a third of most journalists' salaries.
Yeah.
So it's just this and they're all going to go totally out of business without that
Yeah.
because they produce shit that
Dog
nobody
shit.
wants to watch.
Yeah.
But it's also like when you see what like actual scandals are happening
Yeah.
and then compare and contrast that with the coverage on like CBC and CTV and Global and stuff,
Yeah.
it just doesn't show up.
No,
It's
yeah,
just
yeah.
nobody talks about that. They're just like robbing us blind.
They can't talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking alarming. And we should call this episode Hugging and Kissing.
Hugging and kissing.
Because a lot of people need to be hugged and kissed.
Yeah.
And
Maybe when Joe gets blown the fuck out, he can come to Canada and be our prime minister.
and start hugging and kissing all other members. All people participatory in question period.
They can roll him in his hospital bed.
Wow, you guys got a lot of Indian people here.
Oh, you gotta let another company bid on that contract. It's just too expensive.
There's so much money. Wow, I can't go 2 feet. There's Indian people everywhere.
Yeah.
Wow. Joe.
Savior Joe.
Yeah. I just, we got to start hugging and kissing these people, man.
Yeah, it's easy to black pill.
It's super easy to black pill,
And
especially.
really hard to not black pill once you open your goddamn eyes.
It's hard my body rejects the white pill. I'm overdosing on black pills every day as a Canadian. And it's especially upsetting noticing just how well 1 to 2 concrete full Ford F-150s would fit in the question period room on Parliament Hill.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about some cool hugging and kissing with some trucks.
I mean, they do like the land acknowledgement at Parliament Hill.
Mm-hmm.
They should just give it back to them.
Let them have it. They'd probably do a better job.
They turn it into a fucking casino.
Yeah, they'd make so much fucking money. They'd make so much, finally, people who...
Especially at your fucking Parliament.
Yeah.
This is on the unseated. It's like, well, if it's unseated, give it back to them.
Give it fucking back. You guys aren't
You
doing
can
anything...
all fuck off.
Yeah, you can leave, dude. Who gives a shit? You've done nothing but, fumble it and just goof around for as long as you've been here.
Yeah. Luckily, we have Pierre waiting in the wings to bring in some common sense.
Yeah, Aryan Soldier Pierre, which I'm going to... Well, I want to attach to his campaign.
Yeah, Aryan Warlord. Pierre Paul, yeah. Or as I call him, Aryan Warlord.
I want to see...
What color is his eyes?
Does he have A10s?
I'm getting really into eye phrenology.
I noticed that when we saw a dog the other day, and you went, "Oh, A10s!" Oh my God, A10s!
I gotta see oh my god, if Pierre has A10s, that'd be so epic.
That'd be so based. Aryan Warlord Pierre Polyev. What is he rocking?
He's got pretty squinty eyes, almost Chinese. No, it's tough to tell.
Let's see.
I think he might be secretly Chinese.
He kind of looks like Jeremy Fragrance.
A little bit. Oh man, if he could be our leader, wow. Oh, here. He's got a squinty ass motherfucker. Those eyes are brown. Shit.
Fuck, he's a plebeian.
Shit.
He's scum. Oh my
yeah,
god.
he's a poo picker upper.
He's a Dalite, dude.
Not a man destined to define eras.
Fuck. We need a based. I still want
I think that's why I like Lord of the Rings so much.
Everyone has A10s.
Literally. More than half of the main cast has A10s. And they're battling orcs, who are clearly a metaphor for women in gaming.
Orcs are clearly a metaphor for women. There's big, mucusy goblins.
Yeah, how obvious. You have to make it.
Clearly a metaphor for women.
And the dangers of not gatekeeping women out of gaming space.
I want to see. We should start attaching the term Aryan warlord to Pierre Poilievre's campaign.
Yeah.
I think that's funny. Based Aryan warlord.
I feel like nobody even does those kind of edits of him.
No one does that in Canada, period. Like, no one gets cool edits for being, having A10s or being based.
He had a bunch of people were getting pissed because he, walked by a trailer that had the diagonal on it.
Yeah.
Their little, stripe thing.
Yeah. He walked by it?
Pretty much. We're getting pissed about that.
What's he supposed to do? Shake his fist at it?
I guess.
Walking by the Diagolon trailer and shaking my head so people know I don't approve?
Yeah.
Like, what the
Aryan warlord. Pierre Poilievre.
I think, Pierre, if you want to come and drop red pills. I know you're listening.
Yeah.
Because we know secretly.
We should both get A10 contact lenses.
That'd be cool.
That'd be really cool.
That'd be really cool if we had A10 contact lenses. Well, I have fucking Dalite eyes. I got the brown poo eyes.
Yeah.
Poo scum.
Let me find the chart.
Yeah.
I can tell you.
I got very brown eyes.
I'm not A10, unfortunately.
If you're A10, if you have A10s and you're listening to this, you owe it to yourself to subscribe to the Patreon.
Well, these are all just how to see eye color chart is what I want.
Yeah. Oh my god, that dog has A10s. Guys.
The dog has A10s. Wow. Destined to define eras.
Based.
Because, I'm probably... I don't even know. I'm probably honestly like a C20.
What are
maybe
those?
Maybe an A60. At best, I'm an A60.
I'm a fucking T50, dude.
Damn, T50, eh?
I got T50s.
Ouch.
I got those T50s. I'm cooked. It's over for me.
I actually have a secret eye color that's not even on the chart. I might even be a D10.
Have you noticed this? People with blue eyes, when you ask them, they don't just say blue, they say blue, but sometimes they turn gray when it's overcast.
Do they say that?
Every time. I've heard 20. I've heard it I was at the register, the DMV the other day. Heard 4 guys say exactly that.
You might not be able to tell. I think I have blue eyes.
You have A10s.
But the deepest blue, like a deep ocean.
They turn gray when it's overcast, actually.
Yeah, if it's overcast.
Yeah, everyone with blue eyes, I always hear them say that. They don't just say, "Oh, what color are your eyes?" Blue. They go blue, but sometimes they're gray. Which I
don't know. Yeah.
What color eyes are you? Oh, they're black, but sometimes they look like A10s.
Black. They're black pits.
What color eyes do you have? Oh, bloodshot. Bloodshot and sunken. That's what kind of eyes I have.
Yeah.
Sunken like a mole rat. Weird little, I have a skin of film over them.
Sunken, squinty little eyes.
Like my based Aryan warlord, Pierre Poilievre.
Yeah. Slime green eyes.
We should start squint maxing for when Pierre inevitably takes over.
Yeah, because he stopped wearing glasses. Now he just squints all the time.
Now he squints.
It's a cool and powerful move. Auspicious.
Very auspicious. Very cool. Very auspicious.
Yeah.
Very mysterious. If you're trying to get pussy, squint a lot. Mm-hmm. Ladies like a guy who's squinting.
Yeah, take off your glasses and go cross-eyed.
Yeah, watch a lot of Clint Eastwood movies and grind your teeth and squint.
That'd be cool if he was fully cross-eyed whenever he didn't wear his glasses.
Call women gooks to get pussy.
You fucking gook.
You ever see someone with a lazy eye that gets fixed with glasses? You ever seen that?
Well, no.
It caught me off guard once.
Yeah,
I'm like
somebody just like takes their glasses
Yeah,
off
and
and
it was,
suddenly
like,
they got a lazy
it was
eye.
way off, and I remember being like, oh, I fumbled that because I physically was like, whoa, because I didn't know.
Yeah.
It totally caught me off guard.
If you have a lazy eye, do you like
Do you see fucked up?
See fucked up?
I think your brain corrects it.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
So it's not like I don't know. Yeah.
Like, I think your vision's like pretty normal. I think your brain like fixes it because you know how like your brain is always like adjusting your vision.
Yeah.
So I think it like
Corrects it.
fixes it for you, kind of.
I see.
But I think it can give you like headaches and shit.
It'd be good for like sneaking and peek at people.
Yeah, looking at feet at the beach.
Yeah.
It'd be cool for looking at feet and butt at the nude beach.
Just standing like at a kind of angle with your lazy eye.
Nice. Huge boner. Very auspicious. Very cool. Very cool. Very auspicious.
Yeah, just a giant fucking bone.
Look at my little guy over there. Very cool.
He's got a lazy eye. Nobody can tell.
That's such a funny word. Auspicious.
Auspicious.
Very cool. Very auspicious.
Very auspicious.
Tremendous. I had something. Oh, I've been getting hardcore China pilled.
How so?
Because I found this this
About
YouTube
how
channel.
good it is?
How awesome China is.
Yeah.
No, I found this YouTube guy. Shout out. It's called like Inside China with David Zhang.
Yeah.
He's a cool, squinty guy himself.
I assumed as much.
He's been squint maxing since birth, I think.
That's what makes him so cool. He squints.
He's squinting all the time.
Damn, it's like a whole country where everybody squints all the time.
Very auspicious. Very cool. Trump talking. Trump learning about China for the first time. Wow, they're all squinting. Very auspicious. Very
I would
cool.
like him to add auspicious into his repertoire.
That's a great Trump word.
Yeah.
That's a really
Very
good.
auspicious.
Very cool.
Somebody sent him a letter. Donald needs to hear this.
You need to start using the word auspicious. You this is gonna help you, Don. But no, like China's like crazy. I knew it was like fucking nuts over there.
Yeah.
But this guy, like the news he reports is like bananas. Like he has this whole series called like China Fakes Everything.
Right.
And he was going deep on like the Chinese like electric car industry, where it's the whole thing is like a charade. Because he claims that like Xi Jinping has his like agenda is to flood the world economy with like junk garbage products.
Okay.
But have everyone like dependent on their like cheap garbage junk products. So
far so good.
pretty fucking accurate.
Yeah.
And what he said was that like the Chinese like electric vehicle market is like a sham because like, you have to sell a certain amount domestically before you're allowed to sell them internationally.
Yeah.
Basically. So they have these like Huawei is like making cars,
Okay.
like the laptop manufacturer and shit.
Yeah.
They make cars that are like so fucking dangerous. Like they explode at like any given.
Do people in China drive these, or do they just ship them elsewhere?
No, so he has to like they have to sell them in China for now.
Yeah.
Until they sell like enough that they can sell them in like internationally, basically.
Because I think a bunch of places are like trying to put like tariffs on their electric vehicle.
They're
I
fucking
think I've heard about
horrible. Yeah. So like he's basically they're being made to like fill a quota, and they're like dog shit products.
So who is benefiting from that?
Xi Jinping and like
Do
Huawei.
Do the Chinese people benefit from it?
They are nothing but punished always.
Oh.
Yeah, they don't benefit from much. But like the cars are like super.
I see videos from there, and they have cool drone light shows.
That's just like surveillance.
It'll do like a dragon. It's very auspicious.
Very cool, very auspicious. I just got back from the great land of China. Very cool there.
Cool. What fireworks they had. Big, beautiful fireworks. Very auspicious.
But like there's this story that happened like a couple months ago, I think, of like someone was driving one of the EVs, and they drove into the back of like a trailer truck.
Yeah.
Pretty like not crazy accident.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of thing that like, happens like relatively often. It's the airbags will go off, a little spooky.
Sure.
1 or 2 tiers above like a fender bender.
Yeah.
They hit the car.
Yeah.
EV immediately catches on fire. Huge flames. Airbags don't deploy.
Okay.
And then the door handles started malfunctioning. So
Okay,
people,
well, that's a thing on, like, Teslas and shit, too.
so apparently the guy was talking about
they?
that with Teslas. Also, when it hit the thing, there's, like the frames of the car, like there's the A-frame, B-frame.
Yeah.
The entire A-frame of the car like collapsed off like a pretty not crazy hit. And so everyone in the car like was like trapped in it and died. And then a family member of the people in the car was like posting all over like WeChat, being like at Huawei, at whoever else, like I need some explanations. Like the airbags didn't deploy. Everyone
the car immediately burst into flames.
It turned into like a death pit. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it became a trap. And then a week later, she deleted all her posts and posted this like whimpering TikTok, being like, "It was fine. It was a normal tragic accident."
Well, I mean, we've all seen what they did to John Cena.
Yeah.
He's not even Chinese. And prior to that, I think he was widely considered one of the most powerful men on Earth.
Oh yeah, by me especially.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to stand up and salute him every time I saw him on TV.
If the Chinese can do that to
One of
a great hero, what chance does some average Chinaman
some
have?
fucking Chinese guy have? What chance does some fucking Chinese guy have?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like it's crazy over there. They have like
Because I've seen them do their like spray painting plants.
Yeah, they do that pretty heavy. They do that with like food too. Like there was clips of like people prepping like crab meat to go to like a wet market.
Yeah.
Where they instead of like prepping a crab, they had a bunch of shells and they were just blasting like white goo into the shell out of like a Pillsbury tube. They're like one of those like bags of like icing kind of.
Yeah.
They're just blasting it into like crab shells and then throwing them off into a pile.
Hmm.
Everything there, like there's a whole type of building material that they call tofu dreg.
Tofu drag?
Which
Yeah.
is like you can go up to it like this and just pinch, it'll just crumble.
And they just make whole buildings out of that?
They make like apartment complexes and like skyscrapers. It's like psychotic.
Because I have seen them do shit where like they'll build like a whole city that nobody lives in.
Yeah.
And they'll build it all up and then like knock it all down later.
Yeah,
So
it's
they have,
all
like,
made of like
building quotas to hit, or I don't really know what.
Yeah, the whole country's like a like a show. Like the building is all like paper mache basically. Like everything. Like there's a video of some Chinese lady being like, "I'm gonna be late for work because all the stairwell in my apartment, like all the stairs collapsed onto the floor.
Yeah.
They became like unsealed from the wall and like the structure, and they'd all just collapsed.
Hmm.
And it's like, Jesus Christ. There's mad videos of like Chinese construction workers with like rebar pipes, just like bending them with their arms, and then they snap.
It's false front ass country.
The whole thing is like a show. Yeah. So it made me like reevaluate how like, they always learn Chinese. They're gonna. I don't think so.
No.
I think it's like mostly a show,
Yeah.
and I don't think they have the like capacity to like they even like edit their like GDP reports and stuff.
I think their whole population too.
Yeah, everything
It
is
got like downscaled by a bunch recently.
yeah, everything is like false. Like everything they submit to the world is like completely fake.
So learn American.
Yeah, learn French.
French.
Yeah,
The French century.
but yeah, it's like totally crazy over there.
Yeah.
And the people are just like super impoverished. Apparently, it's like a common thing to see them taping natural disaster propaganda like in your city. So they'll come and like intentionally like flood your village
Yeah.
and like film. They'll have like fire hoses out, and there's mad footage of this.
Yeah.
And they'll film people like digging through the mud and stuff, and then they'll just pack up and leave the mud and flood. And so people are like,
was all of COVID just a fucking Chinese prank on the world?
fucking like maybe.
Because there were all those videos early on of guys in like biohazard suits and shit.
Yeah, well, I am of the belief that they're like, they probably just did that as a means of, their whole shit is like population control.
Yeah.
And like, and like, so
This pod, we're gonna get disinvited to China. We're gonna have to cancel our Chinese tour.
Just kidding. I love the very auspicious motherland of China. Yeah. Beautiful. But yeah, it's like, I think they're basically a third world country that's like just kind of like Truman showing its way to like.
Well, I mean, they can make stuff to some degree.
like only crap though.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what? Their big thing that is good and matters. Their only thing, from what I understand,
Yeah.
NVIDIA.
Is NVIDIA Chinese?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Well, I think I
think their head guy is. I don't think they are.
Because I've heard like he's the only guy who can really get away with like speaking out against.
He probably has some operations there. I'm gonna look this up. I'm pretty sure, like I don't think.
Isn't
they're
that
a
where the
Chinese
chip
company.
shortage like started?
No, it's an American company.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a Chinese guy. Is their
Oh, but they're based in America.
yeah, Jensen Huang.
Oh, okay.
He's like a leather jacket wearing Chinese guy,
Swag.
but they're an American company.
Oh, okay.
But I think the whole chip thing is that Taiwan makes like most of the world's chips.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But probably the Chinese army is fake as fuck.
I think it is like mostly like I think all of the like fear mongering they do is like because they've kind of Truman showed their way into looking like a superpower.
Maybe they're just faking it till they making it.
I think literally, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
because it seems like every year their like GDP diminishes and like the country gets poorer. Everything sucks more. And there was a video of that's what it was. So like a couple weeks after that one car accident where the car like totally bricked and like killed everyone, there was footage of a Tesla that was like flipping through traffic, like doing like action movie, like total snowball. Everyone in the Tesla like survived, and the A-frame like didn't collapse after like a way worse accident.
Oh, okay.
So it like looked especially bad for like Huawei. But then, the like lady who was related to the victims had to put out a statement being like, actually the airbags did deploy and the door handles worked fine.
It didn't burst into flames.
Yeah, but there's so much footage of EVs in China, like billowing smoke and like exploding. Yeah.
Do you think that North Korea is actually sick to live in?
Yeah. No, that probably sucks too. I think like I've seen a few those places though. They're so hard to tell, like, because they have such a like tight grip over like what is leaving the country.
Yeah.
Like what materials are leaving, that it's like it's really hard to get any sense of that. I mean, you say it all the time, but like, you know, they're not really your enemy. They're not going to hurt you more. Than
I don't personally really care if Chinese apartment buildings are
not
built well. That's kind of a them problem.
Yeah,
but I can sleep easier at night. Usually I'm up late,
waiting for the Chinese,
worrying about the inscrutable Chinese. What the hell are they planning?
Looking out your window with a gun. What the? I wish a motherfucker would, dude.
Yeah, sitting across the street from the dry cleaner down the way, the one with the old man. He's always standing in the parking lot for some reason, like squatting in the parking lot, smoking cigarettes.
What are you doing?
Up to? What's he planning?
But yeah, I really do think it's like their main export is like dog shit, like garbage products. You know. There's not really
what
any.
Do they make there?
That's like of value that we would actually be fucked if we didn't have.
Because do they still make like iPads and shit?
I think it's like Taiwan. It's like the factories. You know,
they make dab pens.
They make dab pens and like weed carts that kill you.
Yeah.
Oh, they make my favorite weed carts that make my like whole body puffy.
Yeah, black market weed carts. Dab pens.
As a couple stoners, this is catastrophic.
Yeah.
Yeah, they make cool vapes that like explode in my pocket.
All the cheapest vapes are coming out of China.
They make vapes that make my chest hurt.
Yeah.
I really like. I like.
But they have all those factories that have the horrible industrial accidents. They got to be making something.
They're making like garbage. Like
it's literally just weed carts.
Most
of their economy, when you break it down, is weed carts.
But like, I'm maybe I'm like totally blanking on some like big obvious thing, but I can't really think of anything super. Because like even like clothes, like all the clothes I'm wearing were like cheap garbage.
Clothes aren't there. Clothes are
Mexico and Indonesia.
Wherever's cheapest.
Yeah.
Like Bangladesh.
Yeah.
Vietnam and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't.
But
I think they're mostly making like, weird vapes and like just garbage, like like Temu shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like weird speakers and like Bluetooth speakers that give your phone a virus. like just garbage.
Well, I think they still do. I think they make some electronics.
I'm sure they
phones and
assemble
shit.
like some. Well, they make like all of like the Huawei shit and all, like a lot of probably like Samsung and stuff. But maybe not. Maybe Samsung's Japanese, but.
Yeah, I wonder if all their military's fake. So North Korea's been giving a bunch of like artillery shells to Russia.
Yeah.
They seem to be real.
Yeah. I believe North Korea is pretty legit.
Yeah. Best Korea.
It's the only
Apparently
Korea.
they executed a guy recently for listening to K-pop.
I was just about to say, North Korea is the only Korea that doesn't have androgynous people all over their TV. Weird androgynous alien guys on their TV.
Yeah. Apparently they executed
Kim
a guy.
Jong, very auspicious friend of mine. His Korea is the only one that doesn't have weird little aliens all over his TV.
Did you see the videos of Kim Jong-un and Putin hanging out?
Yes.
I don't know if that's like a Korean cultural thing that they have to like pretend like they're like giddy schoolgirls.
I think it is.
Them driving around, filmed like a fucking Keeping Up with the Kardashians, like, giggling, and then Putin in his plane when he's leaving at the window. Like.
Yeah, I think that's funny because I can't think of any other world leaders that are doing shit like that.
It would be like funny if North Korea was actually some like Wakanda ass place, you know? They tell us that everyone's like eating dirt and grass, but they're actually floating around in those like Wall-E floating chairs. They're all immensely fat.
Because it's so perfect over there.
Yeah.
Everyone just games and goons.
Yeah. They have like next gen. They got PS7s.
They got the Xbox 720 out there, dude.
Because I see communists on Twitter say that North Korea's the
Good.
best place on earth to live.
Sick.
Maybe they're right.
I've seen enough demure, weird little alien women on Joe Rogan who say, over there is, you don't have photograph of yourself to look at. I didn't know what I look like. And Joe went, do they have bears?
Do they have bears?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys all look like weird little bug aliens. Why are all your famous people weird little bug alien guys?
Little miniature bears?
I think it's so funny to have like Donald Trump or like Joe Biden be like confused as to K-pop and just be like, why are these weird little aliens all over the screen dancing?
Why are these little aliens all over the screen?
Looking at like K-pop singers being like, why is a fucking little alien?
What are these little alien guys?
Because all the K-pop people are like super like lanky, weird. Well, they're very handsome. But
they're
very,
beautiful.
They're perfect
They're
angels.
beautiful, perfect.
K-pop guys are just these very lanky, alien-looking, like twiggy alien guys.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, yeah, and they all kind of, male or female, more or less look the same.
Just the K-pop stars.
Well, I think they get like surgery and stuff.
Yeah,
they kind of have a certain look.
Well, isn't the whole industry like nuts? Like they're basically bred from. Like,
yeah, they get them as
birth.
kids, and they all get surgery, like widen their eyes, and
Yeah, they look like a little alien, dude.
they get the alien surgery.
They get little androgynous alien surgery. What went over to Korea?
But now that's what all the kids are listening to.
K-pop?
Yeah. Kids these days don't even listen to real music like
The
Joel.
Billy Joel. And the Eagles.
The Eagle.
And the Doobie Brothers.
Yeah, I've been boomer pilling really hard recently.
It's the only thing you can do when you live in such a black-pilled
Yeah.
country is to boomer max.
And I think I think the Jews have lost control of media.
I definitely think so.
Because you go back into like the 70s,
Mhm.
you could have like notably ugly Jewish guys be the biggest stars. You had Billy Joel, Barry Manilow,
Boris Yeltsin.
Have you seen what these guys look like?
Yeah, they're fucking crazy. Vince Neil.
Yeah, they were the top guys.
Well, we still have notably ugly people being famous.
Like who?
Barry Pepper.
Barry Pepper.
He's not a new famous guy.
Yeah, isn't he from like the 90s?
Yeah. No, they're still. Well, everyone looks weird now. I guess they're not ugly, but everyone does look weird. You know. Don't look into Barry Pepper. I don't know why I said that. Barry Pepper looks fine.
Yeah, he's not weird looking at all.
He looks like a little alien.
He's married to Cindy Pepper.
No way, Cindy Pepper.
Oh, he's Canadian.
Barry Pepper?
Yeah.
Why don't we talk about that?
He's the biggest guy.
I do like. You might not know this, guys, but we are from the same hometown as famous pro wrestler Chris Benoit.
Yeah, ours is famous.
We got a lot of
son, prodigal son,
but-
Chris Benoit.
Well,
when's he coming back?
he is objectively more famous than Nathan Fillion.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Fuck Nathan. If you're an Edmontonite and you're a Nathan Fillion guy, fuck off. We're Chris Benoit guys over here.
Sorry, I was just reading the Billy Joel Wikipedia. Damn, he's cool.
Wait, yeah, you've been Joel maxing, hey?
Yeah.
You've been Joelin'?
He has one song that's just about him wanting to fuck a Catholic schoolgirl.
Cool. Nice.
Yeah.
Normal. And when did that come out?
Probably like mid-70s.
Yeah, that was
Late
totally
70s.
not weird.
Yeah.
No one even batted an eye at
Just
that.
having like a
He probably did it,
5'2"
too.
little golem ass, dude.
A weird little Hasidic man. I would
He's
love.
4'9". With his big puffy hair.
I want a little child to fuck.
Yeah. You Catholic girls start much too late.
Jesus.
Come on, Virginia.
Jesus. Yeah, it's just totally. I think you're right about the Jewish people having. I think they're just trying
Barry
to.
Manilow is the most pop. Have you seen what Barry Manilow looks like? Everybody, look up Barry Manilow in the 70s. Tell me a pop star today who looks like Barry Manilow.
I think the only thing
Nowadays, it's got to be guys like Drake.
Yeah,
He's the most Jewish.
it's
Big
cool.
star.
It's new, fresh talent like Terrence Howard,
Yeah.
FKA. It's like everyone does like weird now.
Yeah.
Well, there's like ugly Sam Smith.
Well, this is I heard Paul Schrader in an interview say that the Jews aren't in control anymore. Now it's the gays are in control.
I believe that. Yeah.
So that's through that.
I mean that's 100. Yeah.
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 What I guess the way you can tell is whatever ugly people are becoming famous. That's the group that has the power.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. Well put. Yeah. Whatever
Yeah.
group of like weird, ugly people are becoming famous.
Yeah.
That is the group. Yeah.
Like
'cause-
that what's that old adage like to figure out who really rules you, figure out who you're not allowed to criticize.
Yeah.
To figure out who really rules you, figure out who is ugly and yet famous for
Yeah.
some reason.
Yeah.
Famous
Yeah.
people are supposed to be attractive.
Yeah. Brad Pitt is like technically A-list, but no one talks about him in the way that like they did in 2002. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those people are kind of on the back burner. I think. Like I don't think people really give a fuck. Like yeah, they're into like weird, ugly people. James Corden.
At the Copacabana.
Yeah.
It's
I think
fucking weird that shit was so popular.
I think it makes sense.
A Barry Manilow ass guy.
I think everyone was retarded.
Yeah. I had a kind of Berenstain Bears moment while I was boomer maxing.
With what?
I could have sworn that John Denver was one of those guys who like died really young.
No.
Okay, that's not the common thought.
No, yeah, he got pretty old.
Okay. Never mind. I thought he was like one of those like he has like 3 huge songs
And then he died.
then he burns out too fast. But actually no, he lived
yeah.
for several decades.
yeah, he's fine. He was
Yeah.
all good.
Weird looking guy.
Yeah, very weird looking guy. He looks like a he looks trans.
Very much so.
John
And like
Denver
he had
looks
this
very-
one. I don't know if it was a music video or what. It might have been put later together with like footage. But it's
Yeah.
one of his songs, and he's like walking through the mountains wearing like really tight jeans and like shoes with like a giant heel, like platform.
That
shoes.
was swag in the 70s, dude. That was swag.
Yeah, and like an orange button.
Everyone was retarded. Like
Yeah.
I think it was well, look at fucking who was Brandon playing for us? Who's that guy? Who had the My Ding-a-Ling? Little Richard was it?
Chuck Berry.
Chuck Berry, like guys, like songs like that could get you famous. Like,
yeah, that was I don't know if I said it on, but yeah, I was watching My Ding-a-Ling
yeah.
the video. It's
Yeah.
so fucking stupid.
It's
And you
retarded.
scroll into the comments. and it's-
I'm 809 years old and I still listen to it.
Yeah.
I remember when my dad used to touch my cock to this song.
Like the one that really stood out to me was somebody being like, "I was born in the wrong generation."
Listening to My Dingling by Chuck Berry. You deserve to get hugged and kissed,
But
dude.
then it was like an infinite number of people being like,
I am 59 years old and I still bump this on the job site.
"Yeah, like man, things were so much better back then."
Yeah, people like to pretend that like music was all like they remember the same 15 songs the classic radio station in their town plays, Hotel
Yeah.
California, Stairway to Heaven. And they
Yeah.
forget that like there's so much.
I hate Hotel California.
That song sucks. Yeah.
And it's like the guy at work, the music thing is with these sort of like playlists.
Mhm.
That song is in every fucking one.
Oh yeah.
You
dude.
can't get away from Hotel California.
Yeah, when I worked at Starbucks, they had Rocket Man was on every playlist,
Okay.
and I hate that fucking song so much. This might be I don't know how you feel about this. I fucking hate Queen.
Yeah.
Queen is way too theater kid for me.
Yeah, just something about those guys.
It's a little gay. I don't know. No, it's just so. I really really hate Queen.
Yeah.
Like all their shit is just. I really do think it's like extremely swagless music.
Yeah.
There's a few things you got to focus on, guys. Making sure you have a cool
Oh,
swag about
yes.
yourself. Make sure you're making money, and make sure you're not associating with women in any way. You don't need that. You don't need that.
Yeah.
Just make sure your personal swag is up. Don't listen to Queen. Imagine listening to Queen with a girl in the car.
Yeah, just cranking Queen. There used to be this one guy I would always see around my neighborhood. I feel like he might have been a drug dealer. I don't know for sure. But he had like a sort of all blacked out like SUV.
Yeah.
And it would just every time I saw him, he'd be absolutely cranking Voulez-Vous by ABBA. Voulez-Vous.
Yeah. Oh wow. ABBA I think is a very swagged out band.
I like ABBA a
Yeah.
lot. But it's cool to have a signature song like that.
That is cool.
To just always be listening to Voulez-Vous
Well,
by
you sell
ABBA.
Fent to homeless guys. I think that is cool.
And he was like a short, fat, bald, like brown guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like, walk out of the 7-Eleven, turn on his car.
Yeah.
Voulez-Vous.
I'm like that with Jane by Jefferson Starship.
Oh, okay.
That shit bangs. But it's like I think people pretend like the ratio of like good to bad music is like 10 to 90 now, and it was like reverse back then. But it's always been like 50-50 dog shit and good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's always been that.
I mean,
I think you're just looking back in time with like.
I think that era there was kind of like a different production value
Yeah.
because like people actually bought records.
Yeah.
So there was sort of like a different business scenario that would let them like record in certain ways that you almost nobody would now.
Yeah.
Because nowadays, like the biggest acts on like the Billboard are making their music on a laptop.
Yeah, and they're performing
So
barely.
I mean, there's still good stuff, but there is like a difference in the situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where
I mean,
there you could have like an orchestra with your
Yeah.
band and stuff.
now we have Grimes with who's taking Molly and playing on her computer until I feel like a princess in my car.
But there's cool laptop music.
There's
And there was a lot of shit too.
like retarded bullshit, like Christmas. Boris Yeltsin sings Christmas favorites. and
Christmas favorites.
have you ever looked at like the record section at like a Value Village in Canada?
A few times, yeah.
How much of the records were Ukrainian Christmas songs?
Yeah, some.
All.
Yeah, I did back when I had a record player. I found some good stuff though.
There is some cool. Yeah.
I found Johnny Pineapple album.
Oh wow.
Fucking slap.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
There was one time I went in there. Someone had died and left
Yeah.
a bunch of like Hawaiian music.
Swag.
So
There's
it's
a
like
lot of Hawaiian shit.
Johnny Pineapple and like Don Ho and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Tiny
bubbles.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool shit. There was like a lot of, just the I don't know. I feel like the music has always been there's good and there's terrible, and the ratio is like relatively the same.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Like people just look back on old music being like it was. And then the next week, Motley Crue came out with Smoking in the Boys' Room.
That's going to be people your age in like 50 years talking about 100 gags. Man, music
So awesome.
Like, I'm starting to notice it now. I think it might just be a thing of getting older, but I'll see, like, every time I see a new star, it's just like, this is just totally fake.
Who are you?
This is a fake person.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that too. I don't really know where they come from.
And it's just like they'll like apparate into my consciousness.
Yeah.
And they'll be like huge apparently.
Yeah.
And it's just like Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah, where the fuck did you... Yeah, who is that?
Why is everyone pretending she's some huge star?
Who the fuck... who is that? You know what I think it is for real? I think it's like kids are the main... Like before, like all entertainment was like for adults with jobs. You know what I mean? That was like the primary market was for adults with jobs. Like movies in like the 40s and 50s were aimed mostly at adults with jobs.
Yeah.
Who could go out and see a movie and pay and get a sitter. And then like occasionally, you know, they'd make like a fun, friendly movie for all ages or whatever. But it was like all like entertainment was like mostly like the people buying shit was adults with jobs. And then like slowly it switched to like kids are the forefront of like everything now.
Yeah.
Because they're always the first consumer of anything.
And why would an adult consume any media other than video games?
Other than stuff they liked when they were 7. And why would an adult consume anything new ever?
Yeah.
Why would anyone over 25 ever consume anything they haven't already consumed?
Yeah.
They already figured out the shit they like. They don't want new stuff.
Yeah. Let's
I like
play
Simpsons.
Fallout New Vegas again.
I play New Vegas. I watch The Simpsons.
I'll rewatch The Office.
The
Monitor
Office.
1, Fallout New Vegas.
King of the
Monitor
Hill.
2, The Office. I'm set for the rest of my life.
That's so many. Like they're locked in. They're not buying new shit really. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They've already got stuff they like. They don't want more stuff. The stuff they like makes them feel like they were 12.
Yeah.
You know? But like kids are like the primary consumers of everything.
I guess that's true, yeah.
Like they're all the first one. They have a phone. They're on YouTube all day.
Yeah.
They're on TikTok. They're finding songs. They are like the dominant like market share, I would think now, versus adults.
Yeah, well I guess then all the adult stuff is nostalgia for when they were kids.
Yeah. The stuff they make for adults now is like, oh, remember this? Remember Ghostbusters?
And occasionally you get a banger like the Garfield movie sneaks through.
Slides in.
Some accident
For
happenstance.
us thinking adults.
Yeah.
For us conscious consuming adults.
Yeah, occasionally we get something.
Something wonderful. Like Garfield. Voiced by the funniest voice of all time, Chris Pratt.
Yeah, because he's a real star.
He's a real adult star for big guys, adults.
Yeah.
He's not for kids. Mario? When I went to the Mario movie in the theater and I saw kids there, I said, you better leave. This is like a white guy going to see Black Panther, by the way.
Yeah. This is our weekend.
By our, I mean fat, retarded guys.
Your Nintendo shirt that's slowly become a belly shirt over the years.
You smell insane. Your cargo shorts are soaked from when you
like
spilled
a
your...
Mario hat that now it covers my baldness.
This is our weekend, ma'am. You're going to want to get your son out of the theater. I have 9 300-pound guys on their way.
Get your crotch goblins out of here.
Yeah. Me and all my unmarried, weird, androgynous friends are coming to see Mario.
My whole Reddit board is here.
Ma'am, you're going to have to move the crotch goblins. My polycule's on the way.
Actually, I reserved these seats for my polycule.
Yeah, all of them, including the women, look like me. Yeah, we all look like each other.
And guess what? We love Nintendo. Really reminds me of when I was a kid.
And I wasn't. It really reminds me of that time in my life when I wasn't molested. Oh, it really makes me think about those years before I got molested.
And don't say anything after that. Just total silence.
Just stare at her. Me and my polycules here, because this movie's the only thing that makes us feel like we haven't been molested.
And just sadly turn around.
And just wander down the aisle.
Shuffle into the theater.
Pull a switch out of cargo short pocket and start gaming.
As soon as the movie starts.
Right up until the very first frame of the movie, you're building a SpongeBob out of the new build mechanic in Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. Stream. So, yeah, you've got like a modded Switch, so it's got like mechanical keyboard button. Your 200 APM.
You're speed building a Ferrari or Ferrari 480 and out of the build mechanic in the new Zelda.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Perfect. Yeah, you finish it the instant the movie begins.
Save. Close. Back in the pocket. I'm ready to know. I haven't had a single thought all day.
Immediately turn around.
Shut up. You start kicking the back of. There's a kid sitting in front of you. You start pounding the back of his seat.
Shut up.
This is actually my weekend.
Shut the hell up.
Ma'am, you're going to want to get your crotch goblins out of the Mario movie theater. This is for me and all my friends to think about the years that we haven't been molested.
Yeah, posting about how all the crotch goblins in the Mario movie ruined it for you.
This would have been a perfect weekend for my whole polycule.
Yeah, we had the perfect weekend planned out.
This would have been awesome for my polycule, which is M31, F33, M29, M27, M29.
Let me see. I found I was looking at r/swingers.
Is this something we want to save for the Patreon? We just crested an hour.
Okay, it'll be on the Patreon.
Yeah, sorry.
Ooh.
Sorry, guys. If you want to hear about our
sorry to all the free subscribers.
If you want to hear about r/swinging, you're gonna have to pay.
Yeah.
All right. Peace, gentlemen. Mashallah.